Hey friends, welcome to Wellness Wednesday. So, tips and tricks to live your best life. So, today I want to talk to you about community. So, how can you work on your own mental health and having overall good wellness? And I think one of the most overlooked components of that is connecting with other humans. So, I personally, I'm a hermit by nature, right? I'm so blessed to be able to work out of my home with both my Pilates studio and my online health and wellness franchise. But that means I actually spend a lot of time by myself. And then, of course, we have the last couple of years where we really haven't been out doing as much. We've kind of been coming back into society this year and doing things. And it's felt really, really great. And this time of year, right? It's December. I know we get nostalgic, but with nostalgia, often comes grief for people that we've lost or memories that are past. It can be a little bit of a lonely period of time. And we tend to just live in a phase right now or a period of time that is kind of we're more connected than ever with our phones, but we've disconnected. And we really need to get back to that in person piece of life. So, this isn't rocket science. I thought I was doing okay, but we've had a few different events that have happened over the past months that actually healed a part of my heart I don't even think I knew was broken. And so the first thing was we were out a few weeks ago at Ava's concert. So she actually had a band concert in Calgary at the Jubilee Auditorium. And we're sitting in there and then they're sitting in our seats, can't talk, sorry. And I can't even explain it, but there was just a feeling of like looking around. And because it was the high school band, you're seeing other people from town there. You're waving across at people you maybe haven't talked to for 2 years, and just being in this auditorium with other parents and with grandparents and all there to support our kids. And it just felt wonderful. And then just 2 weeks ago, we had the opportunity for the first time in many years to go back to the corporate Christmas party in Banff, right? The big shindig at the Rimrock Hotel, fancy supper and a dance and stuff. And I don't remember the last time I laughed so much, I smiled so much. Those of you that know my husband and I will know that we are kind of introverted and not dancers. And the two of us were on the dance floor till 1 a.m. It was 1 a.m. and this dance floor was packed. That doesn't normally happen, but people are really craving connection again, right? And then this week, we've had just a few different holiday gatherings with different friends or the past couple weeks, and it just feels good, right? Just to have a conversation in person, to put those phones aside. And, as those of you that have kids know that the next 2 weeks, right? We have two Christmas concerts this week. We've got a basketball tournament. There's so much going on. And yes, it's busy, which can also create overwhelm. So if you're feeling overwhelmed at all, please read the Facebook post I put out on, I believe it was Sunday. It's just a copy and paste. It's not my words, but it was written by a psychologist just about why maybe we're feeling a little bit tired right now. Take a read. It is so valuable. And so take the time, get out and talk with others, get out in your community, but then also do take the time to rest and to really nurture your mental health. So maybe you're like, well, what can I even do right now? Like, how can you get back out there and be in person? So, a few ideas you could, join a club. There, especially here in Cochrane, there are so many things to do. Whether you want to take up pottery, you want to paint, you want to be in a hiking club, there's so many options. So, what does your community have? Get out into a club and meet other people with like-minded interests, right? Or go volunteer if that's something you're able to do, because when you're doing that and you're giving back to the community, that's what our world needs right now. We all need to. Anyone that is in a space to be able to help others right now, it's really important we step up and shine, because the world's healing and there's still a little bit of craziness out there, and we can be the positive change. So I'd love to know who's with me and joining with me, right? We need to really shine our positive light on the world right now. Maybe just reach out to an old friend. Who haven't you talked to for a long time? Phone them. I know that seems so crazy. I got to be honest, when my phone rings, I almost cringe now. Like, what is that? I've lost the art of conversation on the phone. My kids are never going to have it. Like, it's like, hey, bro, okay, another side, going down a rabbit hole there, a side hole. But reach out to an old friend, have a conversation, go and eat lunch, go out for lunch, go to a communal space. And then, we're not masked anymore. We don't have to have our eyes down. Make eye contact with people, say hello. How was your day? If you're at Guy's Bakery in Cochrane and there's someone sitting beside you, just say, "Hey, how's your sandwich?" Right? People are craving connection, and we can give that so easily. And I promise it will fill your heart. It has just filled my heart lately, just being out and about in the community. Introduce yourself to your neighbors. So crazily enough, like I do know all my neighbors, but we've had some change on our street in the last couple of years, and there's some neighbors that I don't really know that well, right? So it's like it's time to invite them over. It's time to like get out there and just chat with people again. And the whole thing about the random act of kindness, of course, that's going to be so great for your soul. But when you're looking at your own mental health, what maybe was there anything that you were doing pre 2020 that you're not doing now that you loved? And could you reintroduce that into your life? Or who do you know in your life that's struggling right now? And maybe they're not telling you they're struggling, but you can usually tell. And for me, it's when I see that friends aren't responding in a text for a long period of time, I don't oh, they're ghosting me. I'm like, ooh, something's going on in their life. They're maybe struggling. How can we reach out and help those people? And this time of year too, community events. A couple weeks ago, we had our big light up in town. There's so many things that are going on, whether it be concerts at churches and stuff. Get out there, talk to people, really be crazy and give them a hug, right? It feels good. The science is if you can hug someone for 15 seconds, so that might be awkward if you haven't seen them for 2 years. Maybe just hug your sister or your mom that way. But if you actually hug someone for 15 seconds, this massive amount of happy endorphins are released, right? So it's so good for our mental health. So that's all I wanted to talk about today. I just wanted to, we have these spaces of social media, and I really just want to encourage everyone to use your social media as a place to spread positivity, to spread joy, to shine your light so that others can be uplifted because there's a lot of people right now that are gonna need a little bit of extra support. So that's my challenge. If that interests you, if you're up to the challenge, I want you to write the word uplift in the comments. And then I want to invite you to join me if you're not already doing it. So in my Facebook community this week, I'm actually from the 9th. No, not the 9th. What even day is it? From the 12th. So from Monday, we started this. So from Monday, the 12th to the 23rd of December, I'm just doing 12 days of wellness. And so what we're doing is you just have to pick one thing a day, just one thing, because it's so easy this time of year to kind of get off your wellness routine. And like, I might have just had a salted caramel chocolate in the kitchen. Don't tell the kids because they're hidden. Anyway, it's easy to get off of our routines and to just kind of let everything slide. And then we go into the new year going, "Oh my gosh." And then we start with these crazy New Year's resolutions. So join me because it's just 12 days of wellness, nothing big. What's amazing is that if we do one positive thing in one area of our life in the day, it will actually have a positive effect on all of the other aspects of our life. What I call them is the pillars of wellness in my group. So I invite you, if that interests you, just put the word wellness down below and I'll make sure you get in there, because not only are you going to be doing something good for your body every day, but every single day for 12 days, it's also the 12 days of Christmas giveaways. So I'm going to be giving away, of course, wellness products. So journals, some of my amazing products for my online health and wellness company. Just little things I've picked up over the course of the year that I thought, hey, this could really help someone live their best life and live well. So I invite you to join me into there. So that's it. You guys have a fabulous Wednesday. We will see you right back here in this space next week for another episode of Wellness Wednesday. Take